Hi everyone, good evening. It's Wednesday evening and I'm back here. Sorry, I'm just checking if I'm going live in the group. Let me just check. Yes, I am going live. Brilliant. So, good evening everyone. Really excited to be back here because today I have one of my mentees again, awesome mentee, Krasi. And we're going to discuss and we're going to talk about Krasi's journey with me in Rent to Rent. And I'm really excited. And because everybody, their aspirations, their reasons are very different, as to why they want to do Rent to Rent, why they want to get into Rent to Rent. And sometimes people wonder that, this Rent to Rent, is it really true? Is it really as good? Can we do it? Because, people are in different situation, different scenarios, and people think, okay, it's all right for other person to do it, but we can't do it. It's not possible for us. So that is another reason why I bring, people from my group, my mentees, so they can inspire you. So I'm going to bring on board Krasi. So hi Krasi.
Hi Sapna, hi everyone.
Hi.
Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, lovely to see you. I'm very well. How are you?
That's very good. I'm good, thank you. Yes, very well, thank you.
Your day today?
Yeah. I've had a busy day, as you know, as usual. Yeah, I've been on the phone with a few agencies, been trying to sort of find my next deal, really. I think at the moment I've got a little bit of success, if I can say that, because I have been in touch with an agency and I viewed this property, which is a 6-bedroom property in Leicester, and I've placed an offer as well. So I'm looking to hear back. And at the same time, I actually got a phone call today for another, actually a rent-to-rent property for 5-bedroom properties. So I'm going to be arranging a viewing on that one as soon as I can. Just waiting to hear to see when I'll be able to really book the viewing. So I'm looking forward to it. Yes, thank you.
Amazing. So I'm just going to check. I think we've got a few people logged in. Bear with me, Krasi.
Yeah, no problem. Take your time.
Yeah, we've got Yvonne. Yvonne is saying hi, Krasi, and hi, Sapna.
Hi, Yvonne. Hi, I hope you're well.
Yeah, amazing. So, guys, if you're logged in, say hello and ask questions to Krasi, because it's going to be very exciting chat today. So Krasi, you're from Loughborough, aren't you? You live in Loughborough?
Okay. Yes. Just outside Loughborough, small village outside Loughborough. Yeah, but I used to live in Loughborough.
In Loughborough, right. Okay, wow, we're getting loads of love hearts from Shirley Ann for you.
Thank you very much, Shirley Ann. That's great. Thanks. I hope you're well.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me, what did you do before you got into this rent to rent? What did you do? What's your background?
Yeah, I have got quite a colourful background, to be honest with you. I have done quite a few bits and bobs. I did have my own business as a hairdresser, like hairdressing business. So I did have that, run that for a few years. Before that, when I graduated, I've got a degree in music teaching. So I'm graduated music teacher. So my background, it's been on stage, singing, performing, and all sorts of things. So it's been really amazing. And then, like I said, the past probably 7, 8, 9 years, I concentrated on the hairdressing because it was something I was passionate about. So I gave my best. I did have my business, and then my husband and I obviously decided, well, actually, I thought I was ready for a change. I needed something different. Yeah, so we
get into property.
Yeah, we discussed things between us, and I've always wanted to get into property. And to be honest with you, the first time we got into property is when we bought our own property. So this was supposed to be a flip. And that was about 9 years ago.
9 years ago.
But we ended up living in this property, and since then we've been discussing things, and we've always wanted to
Wow,
get on the market and
fabulous.
stuff like that. Yeah.
So you got this
So
property bug from your hubby then, from your husband, yeah?
yeah, he's a great support. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
great support.
fabulous.
So
That's fabulous.
yeah,
It's really lovely to see because you work as really good, you are a proper team,
yeah, we
So
are a very
tell me,
good
out
team.
of so many strategies, why rent to rent then? What do you
Like I
like
said,
about it?
we wanted to get into property, but we just weren't quite sure how to get into property and what to choose.
Yeah.
Obviously, I tried to educate myself a little bit and try and find out the different. I've heard of all the different strategies, although there's so many. But I thought when we heard about rent to rent, it sounded quite good to start
Mm,
with,
mm,
in terms of cash flow and low investment. Because obviously, if you go for a different strategy like buy to let, you do need a big deposit or
mm.
um. But yeah, I'd say mainly because of the cash flow, the whole creativity, the idea into it, behind it,
You
and
like
obviously
the fact that it's
starting with a low investment.
low investment as well. Yeah,
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 yeah, I'd say
yeah.
so.
Amazing. So that's what attracted because you thought, okay, it's lower risk as well. I mean, I personally
Yeah.
thought it was too good to be true initially. Did you
Mhm.
do that phase where you thought it sounds too good actually?
I did, yes, I agree with you. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me, I mean, did you do then any courses or anything? Did you learn it from any? Did you study?
Uh, I have done, I must admit, probably I did quite a few courses.
Okay.
I did quite a few courses. The thing is, you do get so much information, like you get bombarded.
Hmm.
And at some point, I felt like lost, completely lost, because you know about it, but you don't know about it.
Yeah.
When it comes to the point to get your first deal,
Hmm.
everything that I found that everything that I knew until then, it was right. Okay, how do I implement this?
Hmm.
In real life, people when they get their deals, like first deals especially, um, and you don't have the experience, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. All the questions like pop up. Well, in my head, I've had so many questions, and I was just thinking, I said, Vlad and I, we just sat down and discussed this thing, and I said, you know what, I can't do it without a mentor. It's
Yeah.
just like it doesn't matter how many courses you've done.
Hmm.
It is an experience. Every property is different. Every tenant is different.
Hmm.
It's never the same, is it? You
Never
just
the
come
same.
across different
Yeah,
situations.
yeah, exactly. And what I found with courses, because I've just like you, I've done courses. What I found was doing a course is like having an A to Z book, with
Yeah.
all everything there in the written book. But it's not a sat nav which knows that actually where you are and taking you from where you are to your destination where you want to be. And I think that's the difference, isn't it, in a course or having a mentor? Would you say?
Yeah, I believe they're important, but I also believe that you can't really succeed without a mentor.
Hmm.
So, or if somebody tries to get into the business without having a mentor, in my opinion, it's either not going to succeed or it's just going to take way too long, far too long, a lot of mistakes and stuff like that. I can't see it like doing it without a mentor. It's
Hmm.
just, for me, it's a no-brainer.
I think
Yeah,
we can all relate to you, I mean, I know
yeah,
our roles are a little different here, but I've been in your position and I know exactly what you mean. So
yeah.
I resonate with it. And Karen is saying hello to you, evening
Oh,
all.
hi, Karen. Hi. Yeah.
Yeah, Shalian is saying hello. I think we've said hello as well to Shalian. So, guys, you want to put any comments, anything, feel free. We are here. Right. Okay. So, right. So you did quite a few courses and then you thought, okay, I need a mentor. What were you looking in a mentor? What type of, did you have like a particular image that, oh, I want this type of, this kind of mentor or this type of person I need, or how?
So what I was looking for, and obviously this is very important. What I was looking for a mentor, it was somebody who can access basically at any time. Because as you know, Sapna, and that's one of the most important things. It's not the only one, but as you know, when the deal comes through, when you find something, you need to act very, very, very quick. And there are mentors out there which are very popular, for instance, famous, they're very expensive, but you cannot access them.
Yeah.
And what I was looking for, it was somebody that obviously would understand me, first of all, would appreciate me, would be open to basically help me listen to my needs and help me out. And it is mostly about me, not about them.
Yeah.
And basically it's easy to like approach, and obviously gives you the right advice and stuff like that. And yeah, this is what, as somebody that basically I can connect to. I've spoken to a few other mentors. I have come across people where you feel like they're not really interested in me, but maybe in my money. Sorry about saying this, but
Yeah.
it was more about what I liked about you, Safna, was that you really care about your mentees and you want to see the success. So we're trying to I could see how happy you were, because obviously I followed you for quite some time, wasn't I?
Yes.
Well, you didn't, I guess you didn't know, but that was I was looking for somebody who actually cares for their mentees, and you can obviously approach that person and get in touch and obviously get the help you need and that sort of stuff. Really, that's what I was looking for. But yeah, that's what I say.
Okay, thank you. That's so, maybe I fit the criteria for you. That's something very well. No,
I'm
but
very fussy.
you're very fussy. See? No, but this is so nice, and you know what you're saying? I can connect. I think many people who are actually joining us, they can actually, exactly, they can connect to you. And we are all normal people, and deep down, all we want, we don't really ask for much. All we want is that just that approachability to someone,
Yeah,
without any formality, just to reach out and be able to ask and not have that where somebody is going to judge me or anything.
exactly.
Yeah, you just want to be able to, get everything, how can I say? You don't have to pretend to be someone,
That's
someone.
right.
Yeah,
That's right. Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Agree with you. So I think you started towards the end of last year, didn't you, with me?
Yes, yes. I think it was about the beginning of November, middle of
November.
October, beginning of November. Yes,
November
that's
time.
right.
And hats off to you. You've got a toddler son, and you've got daughter as well.
Yes, that's right. Yes, I've got two small children, so it's
So
it's
you
quite
are
challenging.
exactly, but honestly, you are a true inspiration to people who say, "Oh, I've got children, or I've got this responsibility, that responsibility, and can't do it." But
Yeah,
you literally, you look for, you were looking for a place where you could leave your son, and then you
yeah,
wanted to, spend some time on your own growth. And I remember that. I still
that's
remember.
right.
Yeah, we discussed all that, and I'm
Yeah.
really glad that you. Right. Let's talk about your deal then. Yay!
Okay.
What a fantastic deal you got.
I know, I know.
Yeah. So you are in just very close to Loughborough, and this deal is whereabout is it? Let's talk about it.
The deal is in Leicester, yes, Leicester City Centre.
Is it an HMO?
HMO, yes, 7 bedroom,
Wow.
3-story, 7 bed HMO, yes.
Okay, and I'm sure people would love to know the figures.
Mhm.
So initially, I think landlord was asking how much rent was he asking for it. Do you
I
remember?
think it was about £2,000. I can't even remember. But I think it was about £2,000 he asked for the
Was it
7 bed
was it
property.
not a little bit more than no?
No, no, not at all.
2,000.
No,
Okay, and
well,
then you agreed on that one, 1,800 pound rent.
yes, that's right. We agreed on 1800. Yes,
1,800, and it's quite a
five
good.
years.
Yeah, 5 years. Wow, wow, that's amazing. And um, all rooms are double in that property, is it?
Yeah, the rooms are very big. They're huge. They're spacious, very spacious, and they all have double beds. Yes, and
They all have.
furniture inside. Yes,
Right, and so 7 bedroom and 2 bathrooms or three?
7 bedroom, 3 bathrooms.
Wow, fantastic. And what an amazing job you've done, setting it up. I was just so
Yes,
impressed. You've done really, really
thank you.
amazing job on it.
Yeah, it
Super
was hard
proud.
work.
So let's talk the numbers. So you negotiated on this one. So
That's right.
yeah, landlord agreed on £1,800 rent. Now
That's
this
right.
property actually came with three tenants already in it, and the
Yes.
reason I'm talking, guys, because you're gonna come across those type of situations, which Krasi has faced. This is very, very normal, and this is what very important. This is where you need to be very careful not to get carried away, just like Krasi did. Krasi did lots of due diligence, so that's
Yeah.
what you need to do. So yeah, you did due diligence, and then we decided that in long run it's going to be a great property because those three tenants will be leaving shortly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
your cash flow from that property, gross, was, when we working out, three rooms actually, because they already been rented by the landlord.
Yes,
They were on lower rent, so
that's right.
charging 450, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the three rooms that you now rented, they've gone for 495.
Yes.
Yeah, and then one room has gone for 475
Yeah.
and 75. So that gives you cash flow of £3,310. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So
And bear in mind, this could be a lot higher.
got higher
I
one.
mean, the room, I've got three rooms for 450,
Mm,
and then three for 495, and then I have one 475, and the
yeah.
475 is the smallest room in the property.
So
So
basically, the 451 can easily go for 500 each.
that's right. Yes,
Exactly. So once
that's
these
right.
three tenants leave, you can easily make a lot
Yes,
more money, nearly
yes,
500. That would be amazing. And I think, so, I mean, let's talk now. I mean, even with this, the figures that we have, your gross cash flow with this property is 3,310.
yes,
And if we minus landlord's rent from it, so that's 1,800, you are still left with over £1,500. And even if worst case scenario with the bills going up and everything, I mean, I mean, I go over the top, and I think you've trained as well very well that, we are very safe. So even if we are paying £700 for bills, still you're coming out at the moment with 800 and over 800, 810
oh, just
pounds.
over. Yes, that's right.
Wow,
Yes.
this is
Yeah.
amazing. I
Yeah.
am super proud, honestly, really proud. I've never made that sort of money on my first property. I never did. I never did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very determined. Do you remember? I was
I
very
do remember.
determined. I knew
Yeah,
exactly, had this picture in my head. I knew
yeah,
exactly what I was
what
looking
you
for.
wanted.
So
The thing was, my property was smaller as well. Mine
yeah,
was only 5 bed HMO.
yeah,
So
it
yeah,
makes a difference.
yeah.
Yes.
But no, I'm really, really proud of you. So, what was your initial investment on this property altogether? Do you remember?
I'm trying to think. Let me just have a think. Um, Probably to set it up, it was about maybe £700.
Okay, 700. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
I'd
know
probably
you
say.
agreed to pay a little bit upfront as well to landlord, but then you're going to get some rent free afterwards or something, I think, in this one.
No, not really. No.
Okay, okay.
Uh, yeah, no, we've just agreed the rent for 1,800 for 5 years, and then obviously I just had to get the property to a good standard, which it didn't take
Standard.
me.
No,
Yeah.
I think you're doing an
Um,
awesome job. Amazing.
yeah, mine when I did my numbers, it worked out that I'm going to get my money back within 6 months. So
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah, so far I think the numbers have worked out correct. So
Yeah. So
yeah,
I think roughly you're going to get your money out in less than 6 months on this one.
it probably yes. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
It's amazing. It's really, it'll be hard for you to beat this deal now, with this.
yeah. I think that's why I actually agreed on the whole property with tenants,
Yeah.
because I was very cautious about this, and I was actually I knew in my head I thought I'm never going to take like a property with tenants. It was just
Mhm.
like something But then as soon as I saw the property and did the numbers and
Just fell in
everything,
love with it.
yeah, I did.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
thought I'm gonna give it a
yeah.
go, and yeah, it's a very
Madhuri
good
is
deal.
asking that would you mind sharing pictures of your property? We'll have to
No,
share your pictures. We won't be. I
yeah,
think we have on your
sure.
Facebook page, but maybe in
I
our
have,
haven't.
yeah, absolutely, yes. I mean, I don't know where if she like me to send them like on a private message or something. How?
You can do private message. You can put it in WhatsApp in our WhatsApp group or in our
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely, yeah. Once the life is
even in
finished,
this
yeah.
group, success secret group, you can put them. People need to admire what great job. They're really lovely, bright, nice bright rooms on there. Really lovely job.
Yeah,
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 fantastic.
they're not too much, and I think they look quite classy and stylish.
Very
So, and they've attracted very good tenants. I must
tenants as
admit
well.
that. Yeah,
Because your one concern was in case, if you have existing tenants, would that put other people off? But it hasn't.
yeah, I was very concerned about this,
Yeah,
but it worked out really well.
really well.
People do, I must admit, as soon as they walk in and they just people fell in love with the
With
property.
the
So
property.
the tenants that I've got now.
Amazing.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Okay. So, I mean, what's your take on, getting deal from, okay, let's talk about when people send out these letters. What's your take on that? People send landlords letters. Do you think it's really worth it? Have you ever tried that strategy, sending out letters?
Uh,
Do you have any success with it?
you can take my opinion on it, but I've never done it myself.
Why did you not do it? Tell me, did it?
I've never done it because I think it's a very time consuming. And also I think I've heard the saying that direct to landlord deals are the best, and they probably are, but it's very hard to actually find a landlord. I
I
mean, some people say I've sent 100 letters, and I'm just thinking 100 letters, nothing. You're looking at probably at least 1,000 to actually get one or two landlords. So
exactly.
I think it probably works, but it's very time consuming and it takes a very long time. And I think probably people are best to go with agencies, because obviously agency, once you get one property with an agency, they know obviously you're serious, you're in the game. So the agencies have like so many properties
So many properties, yeah, and
and connections as well, and connections.
exactly. And what I found was, I mean, because everybody says, "Oh, send out these letters." I mean, how long? And by the time you end up losing your momentum as well.
I was gonna say exactly what I was gonna say. I think it can be put off people. Like when you do all this hard work, like creating the letters, sending the letters, organizing everything, and then you get no response. I think it's put you off.
I've
Yeah.
been through that as well. Yeah, myself.
Have you?
Oh yes, I
Oh,
did
I
that
didn't know
because
that.
that's how
Yeah.
I tried to start my rent to rent. 7 months had no success. I
Mm,
still remember because even if you get one response back from landlord, then it's not the end of your struggle. That is the beginning of your struggle, because that's when you start negotiating, and they
yeah.
don't know you. And sometimes, when they think, oh, you're going to do business from their property, sometimes then they can inflate the rent, and numbers don't work, so you can't
You're
really
quite
take.
right. You're quite
Yeah,
right, actually. Why would they trust you? Somebody just
yeah,
like posting a letter through the door. It's different with an agency because they see agencies as different as business anyway. So
yeah,
they trust agencies. Why would they trust people like letters? I
yeah.
get you, yeah.
Yeah. So what's your take on, people would love to know what's your take on, if a deal is coming from a source, that could you blindly does one need to be educated on rent strategy still? Or you think, oh, we can take a deal from a source and that's good enough. And we can,
In my opinion, people should not trust anybody but themselves. So what I mean is taking a deal from a deal sourcer, you just don't know anything about this person.
hmm,
So people should do their own due diligence and not trust those people. A lot of the time, probably most of the times, they are after people's money. They're
hmm,
there to sell their deals, and I think it depends on the deal sourcer. There are really, really, really good deal sources, but
hmm,
also I think People should do their own due diligence and not trust other people. At the end of the day, a deal sourcer has found the deal, but if it's in your area, you know your area better
And
than the
you
deal
understand the
sourcer. You
strategy
need,
better.
yeah, you understand the area better, you understand the numbers better. You can do your own diligence, check whether the property has an HMO license, if you want, obviously, the HMO license.
Hmm.
Check if it's got the HMO license. Check the area, whether it's a good area, bad area, safe. Check if the
Yeah,
numbers would work, because obviously the figures the deal sourcer gives you, you don't know whether those figures, I mean, you can trust that deal sourcer, but then obviously you trust the headache as well.
exactly, exactly.
So people should always, always, always do their own diligence on every single deal coming from a deal sourcer. Never trust them, never.
Yeah. It's not
Yes.
that we are saying they're bad. It's just, this is
No,
not their strategy. And they don't know how we doing numbers and how much we are spending on a monthly basis on our properties,
that's right. It's individual, isn't it? Every person
Exactly.
is different. So
Yeah.
their job is to find the deal and sell the deal. Our job is to decide whether this is a good deal for ourselves. And without checking all the numbers and doing the due diligence, you can't trust somebody, especially if you don't know that person. They don't know, obviously, the situation, the background. They don't know anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd say 100% people need to do their own diligence on every
And
single.
for that reason, maybe people need to learn the strategy properly as well, don't
Yeah.
they?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes. You
Yeah.
can't just not do rent to rent or not have a mentor and just get a deal from a deal sourcer. If you don't know what you're doing, yeah, that's a huge
Can be
risk.
very, very risky.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah. Very risky.
Right. Okay. Uh, you worked with me. What has been it? What has it been like working with me? Because
Oh,
I have to know.
it's been a big change, hasn't it? It's
Yeah.
been like, I mean, I've grown. We've worked together since I think officially 1st of November. What's that?
Mm.
December, 3, 4 months,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, I feel like I've learned so much, like I've not learned in any other course. It's been a great journey. It's been very interesting, I'd say. Obviously, we get our Zoom calls every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then
Saturdays as well. Yeah.
Saturdays as well. And then in the meantime, obviously, every time I need you, obviously, you always answer the phone for me. So it's been great. And I feel like I've learned more from yourself than I've learned from any other course. So this first property that I've got from, obviously that I got, it's been a big learning curve for me. Yes, it
Yeah.
has. And obviously since we started working together, it's just been so much going on. I feel very confident. I got that confidence. Whether
Mm,
before I was confused. I sat
mm,
down with my husband and I was like, I don't even know where to start from. Like it was just so I was confused. Whether now I know where I'm standing, I've got this confidence. And what I like about you, Sabna, it's that you're very supportive. So obviously we both know I've had ups and downs, and the when I've had my downs,
of
the
course.
person that obviously I spoke to was yourself, and you're very, very supportive, and you know exactly what to tell people. Um, and what I've also find that you have a lot of knowledge in everything, any field. So I think it's hard with, I'm not sure with other endo, I've the amount of times I've thought to myself, you blow my mind, with everything that you ask a question and basically you know the answer to any question.
I'm the
I'm just
encyclopedia.
thinking, I'm just thinking,
I'm,
how did she remember everything? I don't, do you know what I mean? I don't even know how you do it. It's just amazing. So you're like a book with literally a lot of information
encyclopedia with
there.
all the information. I don't know where it's all hiding. I think you pull it out maybe. I don't know. Credit
Yeah,
to
it's great. I mean, I don't even know. I know if I've got a question, I'll find the answer. Just ring Sapna. She knows everything, literally.
you. You don't
So
even need to look for the answer. Ring.
yeah, I don't even have to. Yeah, I don't even have to look for the answer.
Oh, bless you.
But no, I think
Yeah.
the people in your group should be very happy that they're in your group and they found you, and everyone who works with you, it's should be very feel very happy and prioritized. Um, and I think we all know that all of your mentees, we all succeed sooner or later. Most of the times within the first month, isn't it? Like people just get their deals, and it's like you have a magic wand, and it's
I just
it's
wish
really
everyone.
good. Yeah,
No,
yeah. The structure of the mentorship and everything, the calls, the Zoom calls, it just works really well. People get the support they need, and it's just perfect.
oh, thank you. I just all I've done is like put myself in that situation because I've been through it and how lonely it can be. And I wanted to ask question, but I didn't want to be by anybody to judge me that, oh, I don't even know this. So I try and put myself in that position. And so yeah, I just try and do my very best. So thank you very much.
Hmm.
Okay, tell me, guys, are you okay? We are going to
I
minutes.
am. I'm
You're right.
fine. Yeah.
Enjoying chat. Yeah, guys, ask questions if you have any. Right, tell me, what three qualities one should have? If somebody's thinking of getting into rent to rent, what three things you would suggest people they should think about? Or
Determination.
mm, you really need to be determined.
Yes, very determined, persistent,
Mm,
and you have to be an action taker.
right.
No messing about, I think.
Yeah.
People should be very concentrated and determined and know exactly what they're looking for, what they want, and just don't give up, really. Not
Mm,
to give up. In in some cases, it might take a few months, but people should be persistent.
mm,
And yeah, and it's just that's very important,
not
very
to.
important. And I
Yeah.
think that's where having a mentor also helps, because if you're on your own, you feel very lonely.
Mm,
And obviously, when you have a mentor, especially with yourself, we're a few people in the group and we support each other. So it's very important to be surrounded by those type of people, because otherwise some people give up far too soon,
they think it's
and
easy and they just expect that, but it's
it's
not.
not easy. Yes, it takes
Obviously,
time.
it takes time. You see rewards,
Yes,
definitely 100%. It's like now you're making over 800 pounds just from one property.
that's right.
Those people go, then you will be making 900 plus, one
Yeah.
property, which is
Yes.
absolutely amazing. I'm just so happy and I'm so proud of my Kasi. Yay!
Thank you. Me too.
I feel like proud mother. I really do. I really do.
Oh,
So,
well, I couldn't have done it without you, because obviously I need to highlight all of your support throughout this deal, because obviously you've done a lot. You've helped me out a lot. For me, I mean, I've done the course, but saying this, I didn't know how to go forward. So we looked at the contracts together, and
mm,
obviously you've highlighted things that need to be added to the contract and what's not quite right in the contract, and obviously that's great. I couldn't have done it without you. I would have probably signed a contract that wasn't going to be in my favor, I
mm.
guess. So it's good. It's good. People do need this support. Yes.
Thank you, Kasi. You're getting loads and loads of hearts. Love
Thank
hearts.
you.
And
Mhm.
Shaliana is keeping the love hearts and lights going. Karen is
Aw.
asking, how far are your property from your? Karen, it's just one property at the moment, but yeah, you're looking at now a couple more. So Karen is asking, how far is it from where you live to?
This from where I live is 30 minutes. When it's busy,
Okay.
it can take up to 40, but
Right.
that's when there's traffic and stuff. Otherwise, 30 minutes.
So
Yeah,
do you,
and the other two that I'm looking at, they're about the same, the same area.
same area in
Yeah.
Leicester?
In fact, the one that I've placed an offer,
Hmm.
that one is actually next road to the one that I've got, and
Yeah.
it's a different landlord. Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And this one is with an agency as well.
yes, with a different agency, and
Yeah.
it's about half an hour, I'd say, just normal drive, very close.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know whether it's close, but yeah.
Okay, amazing. So I just think this we can continue and continue. I mean, if you want to add something, but it's past 8 o'clock. So anything you want to add, or I think people are absolutely loving it, getting lots of love hearts from everyone. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining, and listening to Krasi, because people come from different walks of life. We are all in different situations, so like you were in a totally different type of profession before you came in this, you were into hairdressing, and you did,
Yeah,
you were a singer, you're actually professional singer. Wow.
yeah, yeah.
I used to conduct ceremonies, so I was a registrar, so yeah.
Oh, very
Very different.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
definitely so if Krasi can do it, guys, if you are sitting on the fence, take action, because if you don't take action and if you just keep sitting, there's never going to be any perfect moment. What do you think, Krasi? You think there is?
I think that property is not difficult. It's not a rocket science.
Yeah.
It's not. Maybe it's easy, but it's not easy. It's
Hmm.
easy in a way that it's not a rocket science.
Hmm.
But people just have to. You just need persistence, and you just need determination. And as long as obviously every day is different, isn't it? Some days you get some days that are not very good, but then the following day can be really amazing. And as long as people don't give up, they can really succeed.
Hmm.
And there are properties out there. It's a matter of time when you find the property. I mean, if you're lucky enough to find the property within a month or 2 months, fabulous. It might take 6 months, yes, but there are people, property investors out there having a lot of properties. As long as you stick to your plan, as long as people stick to their plan and they don't give up and just, it's not even difficult. I mean, how difficult is to be at home, to sit in your office at home and pick up the phone and just say to the agent, have you got any properties for me?
For me.
It's
Yeah.
not the same as being a housekeeper somewhere
Yeah.
or doing like some work that can be, nothing wrong with housekeepers, but it's a heavy work, it's, you come back tired. It's
Yeah.
different. You just need to be persistent and you just need action and just do what you have to do and the right property will come at the right time. And that's it.
Yeah.
And then basically people, what happens then? You set up your property and then you get your money come in every month and then you move on to the other property. So it's not a hard work, it's not difficult, it's not rocket science. You just need to stay on top of it. That's all, really. That's what people need to do. I think I'm finding it very, very interesting and I'm finding it a great strategy. And it's so creative as well. You can do so many things. It's just
Yeah.
mind blowing.
It is, isn't it?
Uh,
Even with the
it is.
negotiation as well, when you're negotiating a deal,
Yes,
yeah. So we see all
yes.
sorts of deals, don't we, in our group, when people bring different deals, everybody, when they've been on viewings, and the landlord is demanding something different, and
Mhm.
and then we think of create in a creative way, okay, what can we offer in return so deal still stacks for us,
That's
so
right.
win-win. So yeah, you're totally right. And Ahmad is saying, amazing work, ladies. Thank you.
Thanks, Ahmed.
Thank you, Ahmad.
Well,
Yeah.
we've had great support this evening, haven't we?
Yeah,
Thank you
we
so much
have.
for everyone watching.
Yeah,
It's
we've got a whole,
amazing.
yeah, loads of people watching. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for your time.
That's
Amazing.
okay. Can
Yeah,
I just say a few final words? Is that
of course
okay?
you can. Of course you
I
can.
think I just want to say thank you first for inviting me to join this evening. thank you for everyone watching, obviously spending their Wednesday evening with us, because time is important to everyone. And I'd just like to say thank you for being my mentor. It's been a great journey. It's still a great journey, and I'm sure I'm going to have at least one more property, but I'm sure it might be 2 or 3 in the next couple of months. Thank you so much for your support. For people watching, if somebody is looking for a mentor, you've got the right person here. Go for Sapna, because that's what we want. We want the support. We want somebody to listen to us, to help us when we need help, to give us that push, and obviously direct us in the right direction as well. So if somebody is looking for a mentor, or it is in the rent-to-rent business and does not have a mentor is one of the most important things. If you do not have a mentor, you're not going to succeed. And it is what it is, or you will at some point in the future, but I don't know how long it will take and how many mistakes, obviously, people will make. So I'd recommend you, Sapna, not just because you're my mentee, but because you're very professional and you've got a lot of knowledge, and obviously you support all of the mentees. I'm very proud of you. You've achieved a lot. You've achieved a lot since obviously you started your journey as well. And I think all of us, your mentees, are very happy, obviously, for you to be our mentor and to be in your group. So thank you very much. Thanks for the evening.
You really made me emotional. You know what? I want to say thank you because you were so spontaneous. I just sent you a message this morning. I said, Prasi, let's just do. And you say, I'll be my husband, and I'll see if he can, take care of me. Then I'll come on board. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
No problem.
Well done, you. I'm so proud of myself.
Action. Thank you.